Welcome back, family. We're still alive. Yes. Wow. What a couple of weeks it's been for both of us here.
Oh yeah,
So, how's everything going with you, sir?
we are. I've tested negative separately, 48 hours apart. So I'm clinically better. I sound better. I feel much better. So I'm better. The rest of the house is better too.
That's good.
Yeah,
How the kids?
they're it's like nothing happened. They were down. They were not even down, but just lowered energy for like 2 days, and then it was just like. Blah, blah, blah. They didn't even care, and it's
Dad, play with us. Play with us. Oh, leave me alone.
yeah. We ended up getting a pretty sweet 6-lane Hot Wheels raceway because my son likes to watch YouTube videos where they race Hot Wheels.
Chill. Talk about 6 lanes?
Yes, it's
Like side by side?
yeah, and there's like a little piece of plastic you pull that pulls the blocks down that holds the cars, so they all release at the same time, and then there's a finish line. That's
So is it kind of like a soapbox derby type of thing?
yeah, just for Hot Wheels.
Okay.
And then there's like little tongues that stick down at the finish line. So the first car that taps a tongue, that lane, like that light illuminates and puts the number on top. It says lane 2, winner.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I love it. It was really cool for me too.
Don't you love those toys that you're like, no, you have to get this. You must play with this.
Yes, it was. I got it because we were sick, and I also my birthday was on the 7th, so I was like, it's also a birthday present for me.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you.
You're quite welcome. I'm assuming that you didn't go to the store to buy that. You ordered it.
Yeah, Amazon.
Actually, what the heck toy stores are there anymore these days, right?
I know. I loved Toys R Us when I was little.
Hey, you know what? If I'm just thinking about this right now, and I don't want to forget later on, put this on the podcast because we're talking about some really cool stuff and getting people caught up. And this is I think it's going to be a good generic conversation, if you don't mind. Sir.
Sure, of course.
Cool.
How are you?
Yeah, I got my coffee here, and I know we're going to be checking out Bad Batch. I got my tequila ready.
And how are you doing?
It has been an absolute nightmare 2 weeks, and you start to have like the worst hypochondriac feelings in your head about they're gonna have to amputate my arms.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't show pictures of what my arms look like because they would violate YouTube rules. Or, you get that warning, like graphic material type of thing.
Yeah.
They had swelled up to the point where I literally thought skin was going to rip. It was cutting off circulation. It was going from here all the way up to my upper arm on both arms. Sections of my arms were dark red. Other times my hands had turned purple. I went to urgent care. They said that they tested and said that I had a staph infection. I'm like, I have a staph infection because of everything that I have.
Yeah.
They put me on antibiotics with a triple antibiotic cream and everything. And it started to clear up. And then I ran out of their triple antibiotic cream. So I went to the store and I bought more. And yeah, these are things I piece together after it's over, So everything, my arms just got worse and worse and worse. And I wound up going to urgent care again. They looked at it and said, you have to go to the ER.
Yeah.
So I went to the ER, Redmond in Rome. If anybody's in North Georgia, highly recommend them. It took 5 hours being in the ER before I was seen.
Oh, wow.
But then once I was seen, dude, I felt like I was in a NASCAR pit. I had doctors coming and nurses and specialists and everybody coming. I felt like I was the only patient in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
And everybody was polite and wonderful. These guys, I'm not a hospital person, but that's where I'm going from now on. They also say, we don't know what's going on. They could not get a vein to get blood work because my arms were so swollen you couldn't see the veins. Now, I know people are watching like, Rich, you're kind of swollen everywhere. Usually my arms are okay. So they wound up trying to get it with something into my shoulder. Then they wound up having to draw blood from the top of my foot.
No,
That's not a place.
There's not a lot of meat there.
No, there's not. but they were able to get what they needed, and I stayed overnight. That was the first time I was inpatient and stayed a night in a hotel in a hospital in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, they asked me what prescriptions am I? None. What prescriptions have I been on? None. I mean, like if I had a tooth pulled and they put me on painkillers for a week, I mean that'd be like the only kind of prescriptions I've ever had in my life. The next day, the infectious disease person comes in, and again, all they've done so far is take blood and give me like Tylenol because they don't want to treat it until they know what it is. And this guy comes in, and he's got this look like he's super white coat. Okay, I mean, other doctors with their white coat standing next to him look dirty. This guy's white coat was just white,
Kingpin suit style.
Yeah, seriously, yes, good one. But he's slender and he's an older gentleman. Doctor, I don't know if he wants his name mentioned, but screw it. Dr. Hostetler, not very knowledgeable person. So I don't think it's going to hurt if I say his name because he was great. And he's asking me, give me the story of what happened, which I've already told now 15 times. Next time I go to the hospital, I'm going to type up everything and I'm going to print up copies so I can start handing them out. So I tell him, and then he asks one question. Have you been putting anything on it? I said, well, yeah, Redmond, they had me put a triple antibiotic cream on it. And then when I ran out, I went and I bought my own. And he just kind of rolled his eyes and goes, did it have neomycin sulfate in it? I went, come to think of it, yes, it did. That's what Neosporin antibacterial has. He goes, okay, he can go home. I was literally checking, like they were discharging me within an hour.
Wow.
With prescriptions and everything. This guy's like, I've seen this 100 times. This is a reaction to neomycin sulfates. You're allergic to it. I'm like, I was slathering this stuff on and wrapping it up and keeping it against my skin. He goes, yep, you need steroids. Stay away from that stuff. You'll be fine. We are now 24 hours later. I started the steroid cream yesterday. It's like 98% petroleum jelly with a little bit of steroids in it, and they charge you an astronomical amount. And the steroid pills this morning, my arms are now a normal color. That's the first thing. There's no pain. There's no tingling. The only itchiness is like you would have after a sunburn when you want to get rid of the dead skin. And the swelling, there is still swelling, but it's like half of what it was.
Wow.
And Mrs. Ohana feels super relieved. She's like, I'm so glad we found it. And my thought is, I'll believe we found it when it's completely gone and I go a month without getting it back. Because it's been up and down for 2.5 months now, almost 3 months. So
he seemed pretty confident about it, though, that doctor.
I feel confident in his knowledge, but he is a human being. He's not Dr. Gregory House. He could be wrong. And anybody who does watch House knows that he's wrong for the first 45 minutes of the episode, and then he finally gets the right answer at the end.
Well, maybe the first 2 months here have been the first 45 minutes of the episode.
Good point. So anyway, that's me in a nutshell. I'm feeling much better, but I did not go to a New Comic Book Day because I can't close my hands to hold the steering wheel.
It's probably something you need to be able to do to get there and back safely.
Yeah, I was thinking about calling it Uber, but no. It's another thing I've never done besides hospitals. My CGC submission got returned to my job. Because that's where I put an address. Yeah, and I'm not going back until Monday, as per the doctor's note. But I have gotten some slabs recently that I would love to talk about.
Oh.
And, a real side note, real quick. Larry, if you're watching, I have not yet mailed out your 2 books. For 2 reasons. 1, I've been in a medical emergency for the last 2 weeks. And 2, I actually had no Gemini mailers. So good news is my arm's feeling better. I got a fresh 50-pack of Gemini mailers in the mail today, and I'll be getting your stuff out this week. So I apologize for the delay. You haven't even asked for, hey, where's my books? You've been, really cool about it. Thank you. And I'll get them out. So, but no, in lieu of no new books, I did get some slabs, and I think you mentioned to me in advance that you got some stuff in too that over the last couple of weeks that we can give people an update what we're doing, what we're getting.
Some floppies and maybe a slab, yeah.
Floppies, like the 5 1/4 or the 3.5.
3.5.
I was gonna say you're an IT guy, you should get that, but you're not old like me, so you might not.
No, I got it. That's why the save icon. I always find it interesting that they've continued to keep the save icon in all the apps, a 3.5-inch floppy icon.
I find it interesting because usually once you get used to something, Windows changes it on you. So yeah.
But yeah.
So tell me.
Oh, you want to see what I got? Okay.
Well, I mean, we can bounce back and forth. You take the lead.
So these are new to me. I believe one of these came out this week and one came out, and the other two came out last week. Or I don't know. I'm out of touch with timing. But the first solo series of Bloodline.
Oh, I like that artwork too.
Yeah.
Daughter of Blade.
Yeah. Apparently she's fighting a vampire there.
Uh-huh.
And then Ghost Riders 10 and 11.
Like which? Oh, the new ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some pretty badass.
I think I saw that one in the store too.
That's
yeah.
really
the one that you got right
cool
there.
artwork.
Yeah, go back to the other one real quick. What's funny is I saw that in the store, and dude, that looks even better in person than it does right now that you're showing it.
Yeah, it's. I know some people don't like his style, Bjorn Barons, but it's really good for this kind of thing. It's very good. And then I think I mentioned on the channel previously, I'm sort of like with a Tomb Raider book that I got recently. I'm sort of collecting my childhood properties, I guess. So this is Tailspin #1.
Oh, cool!
First, comic book of Tailspin.
What year is that from?
1991.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's a really cool. Of course, it's Baloo the bear.
Are you gonna slab that?
Yeah.
Or just?
Oh yeah, it's a really nice copy.
I mean, it's not that it's worth a fortune if it's a slab book. It's just you want to. I think it would look cool. A slab.
Yeah, and that's where I came to with this next book here. This was a birthday gift. My birthday gift was the first comic book appearance of Darkwing Duck and 9.4.
1991. Oh, very nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when I was talking to you before we started recording, I thought I saw that right where you're putting that right now. And I was thinking to myself, when did I get a Darkwing Duck book? It didn't even dawn on me that it disappeared while I was talking to you.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, serious.
So that's what I've gotten recently. Not too much, but fun stuff nonetheless.
Well, I did get in a few books. Today, actually, I got in. The CGC went to work, but the CBCS came back here.
All right.
Finally. And I believe we have finally put an end to this elongated transaction that started in March of 2021.
That's wild that it's just kept going and going.
It's almost 2 years. First, I lost my Stan Lee book. Took 10 minutes to resolve that. Got a credit. Send in a bunch of books for grading. They got them back, and 2 of the books were reversed as far as the labels. Spent 6 weeks trying to contact them with about 20 different emails. Finally got them to acknowledge and send me information to send it to them. It took about 3.5 weeks, and I got the books back. Okay, so one thing I definitely don't like are the plastic sleeves that come on the CGC books, CBCS books. But they have the labels correct. Now, if you've seen these books before in the prior videos, great. If not, then here they are. One was the X-Men 147, which is only a 7.0, which honestly I thought it presented much nicer than a 7.0. I was hoping to get an 8.5 out of it. And the one that it was mixed up with was the newsstand edition, X-Men 145, with Dr. Doom.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a 9.0. So what wound up happening is they had this label in the other book and the other label in here saying this was a 7.0 147, and the other one was And I looked at it like, look, I know what the books are, but if I ever go to sell these things, who's going to want to buy it? It's not even labeled
Yeah.
correctly. And they're going to have to go through it. So I got my 145 9.0 in a newsstand, and I've always loved this cover. I remember this cover when I was buying back issues when I was a kid, and I do love that one. So
I'm a big Doctor Doom fan, and I don't even know any of his stories. I just think he looks
I
cool.
I think every Doctor Doom cover is going to explode with Doctor Doom hat. It's the
Yeah,
MCU.
probably.
So, as I told you in advance, I've gotten 3 books. I used my yearly bonus to buy 3 books. One was a Bronze Age, one was a Silver Age, and one was a Golden Age. So, I told you that I thought you were going to enjoy all 3 books.
I kind of want to guess what the Golden Age is.
Well, I'm going to start with the Bronze Age, working my way back. It's a 7.0 creamed off white pages.
Oh.
Okay. But I think it looks really, really great. I wanted to have this up on the board, and the price was just, I could not refuse it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I've come so close to buying that book so many times. It's so well priced.
It really is. And I don't talk prices too much, but since we did have this on Remember Me, the 7.0, I was able to get this for $260.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, and I was like that was already, I think, about 100 under fair market value. So
first Shang-Chi.
And that's primarily because it's a creamed off white page, but I really have a feeling we may see, even in an end credit scene or something with Ant-Man, Shang-Chi, because people are thinking that those rings that come up around Kang's city in the trailer are the 10 rings. Now, if there's a reminder, hey, Shang-Chi will be coming back, which we know he is, this may get a little bump.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't, I don't want to. If it does, I don't want to have to wait for it to come back down again to buy it.
It's a cool cover too, man.
So the Silver Age. This one's actually a key.
Showcase 22?
No. Sorry. Actually, I didn't know anything really about this book, and I told you I was trying to get some different DC books to legitimize the DC section of my collection.
Okay.
And honestly, I didn't even think about this until I saw it ending soon, and again, another wonderful price. This is only a 4.5 off white to white pages, but it's an Aquaman #1.
Oh wow.
From 1962.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Now it's not the Aquaman's first appearance, of course, because that goes way back.
That's not possible. That's really pretty. Look at that cover.
Yeah.
It looks, honestly, it looks nicer than a 4.5 from here.
I agree with that. I mean it almost, really close inspection, it looks like one of the staples looks like it's going to pull through soon and may even be slightly rusty. So that's a big knockoff right there. But again, that's what I'm looking for.
What are the details on the right side of the slab say?
First appearance of Quisp, whatever that is. That's a character, obviously. And Topo cameo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from January/February of 1962, because it was coming out bi-monthly.
Super cool.
1962, 12-cent book.
That's awesome, man.
And okay, so you said you have an idea what the Golden Age book is going to be. What do you go for?
Wonder Woman of some sort.
Ding, 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 ding.
I knew you had to complete the Trinity.
Yeah, I was watching a whole bunch of them, and one of them had to buy it now. Then he knocked it down, and I looked at the price for the buy it now, like one of those 24-hour offers to anybody who's watching it. And I looked, I'm like, that's actually a really, really good price, but it does still say make offer. So I offered him even less, and he didn't even counter offer. He took it.
That's the best, isn't it?
Yep. So this is a 4.5.
Whoa.
Off white to white page. Number 17 from 1946.
Wow, 1946.
And the hardest part about getting old Wonder Woman comic books is they don't have sticky pages, So,
Wow,
so
man, that's
it's not one of the coveted bondage covers or anything, but I think it really does look cool.
yeah, it's well kept, man.
And the fonts for the Wonder Woman, I really love that. This is definitely PC book. This is never going anywhere. I've wanted to get an older Wonder Woman for a long
Are
time.
you gonna put the three of them next to each other?
The three what's the books right now?
Superman, Batman,
Like,
and
oh, I thought you meant the three books that I
no,
got.
no, no,
You
no,
want me
no,
to hold them all up for the camera? I'm like, dude, I'm having a
no, no,
hard
no,
time
no,
holding
no,
things. My hands are still like ripping all the way.
no, no, no.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean, I got the Batman number 29 there, which is a really cool cover, and the
9
Superman.
years back on the next to the Secret Wars. Down.
Yep, dang, you're good. That's 1946. That's 1945, and the Wonder Woman is 1946. That's really cool, right there.
So old. It's awesome. It's one of the few times where I'm like, old is awesome.
Yeah, and older than me, so it's really old.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's really hard if you're a Marvel fan to collect Golden Age books because their heyday started in the Silver Age.
Yeah.
If you want Golden Age books, you're looking at some really expensive books. Yeah, the old Timely, the old Captain America, the Human Torch, Marvel Mystery.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Just out of the ballpark.
Yeah, your best bet if you like older Marvel would be try to get something from the 50s like Millie the Model or something. But if you're collecting superheroes, it's very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else have you been up to, sir?
I am also sort of half-ass collecting all of the custom CGC labels that are happening this round.
Oh, okay.
I can't decide if it's stupid or not, but I'm currently doing it.
Look, the bottom. No, you. It doesn't matter if 99 out of 100 people think it's stupid. The bottom line is, do you want it? And that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I've got my birthday book and my wife's birthday book currently. Alex Ross is doing a signing, by the way. Do you see that?
I saw Hugh Jackman is too.
Oh wow.
through Greg Horn's page or something like that.
It's gonna be $500 plus bucks probably.
I think I heard somebody say 700.
Oh, screw that.
That might have been with a remark or something. I don't know.
But yeah, I have both of our birthday books that are in grading encapsulation stage right now. They changed to that from scheduled for grading this morning. And they have this. It's the Spider-Man versus Wolverine. That's my book, and I got the Wolverine custom Wolverine label for that one. And
cool.
then the other one is an ASM 288, I believe.
Okay.
It's nothing special, but it is a Mark Jewelers, and I cut out. I got a little note card, and I wrote Mark Jewelers edition on it, and I slipped it in along with it, just because I was
making sure that they put it into the page
after your Gambit situation.
Yep. Good job.
I didn't want to take any chances, so I just put it in there as well.
Now you said that went to CGC.
Yeah.
I will say that if for some reason they don't put it on there, they will answer the phone the first time. you'll have a return label in your inbox in like half an hour, and it'll be back in 2 weeks. Man, they were really Johnny on the spot for fixing problems.
I gotta hand it to them too. I had a separate issue. I sent in the Ghost Rider #1 Scotty Young variant for him to sign, and he signed it yellow. But that's a very heavily black cover, and I had insane Newton rings on it, like to the point where like you could see it, like you could see it.
No matter how you angled it.
Yeah, and because it was black, it was like they popped.
Yep.
And then I was like, I wonder if I can ask him for a fix, because I know sometimes they do that, but they only do it 2 weeks after you receive it for free.
Okay.
But that signing happened like in October or something. I got it back in October.
Ah.
But I just I took a shot in the dark, and they were like, "We don't do that." And I was like, "I totally understand. I didn't know that was a rule, but I totally get it. Do you think maybe just this one time you guys could make an exception, and I'll make sure to follow the rules going forward." Associate member 9, whatever my number is. And she was like, "You know what? I spoke to my manager, and we decided to go ahead and offer you the mechanical error.
Oh, awesome.
So here's a label. Send it on in, and we'll take care of it for you." And I was like, "Dude, all right, man. CGC."
I mean, look, I know that they've raised their prices, and we went through hell over the last couple of years, but CBCS missed the boat on, and CGC has just pulled so far ahead. I hear people with now like a 3-week turnaround time. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, one of our subscribers, has been sending off a lot of books, and he's like rewatching every one of our videos, sending his comments.
I saw that. Jason Doyle.
Yeah. But he sent me some messages on Instagram. He got back a CGC submission. He sent in 2 Secret Wars number 8s.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Was it Secret Wars number 8 or Spider-Man 252? No, Secret Wars number 8. Yeah, that's right. Got one back in 8.0. The other one is a newsstand edition. You got a 9.8.
Bravo.
Yes, 9.8 on a newsstand. And the 8.0, he sent it in for CCS for cleaning and pressing and then grading. It came back and one of the notes says fingerprints.
I can't stand that.
How do you have fingerprints on a book that I just paid you to clean?
Yeah, I don't know if they clean. I mean,
you know what? Even you know what? I would send it to like forensics and find out if it's CCS's fingerprints. Yes, we are now officially back in business. Boo Bear is on the couch.
Very good. Foreign substance due to what? Mishandling and exposure to the elements can cause any comic book to suffer from bends, creases, tears, missing pieces, stains, and tanning. Unwanted repairs such as color, touch, glue, and tape can also reduce the appeal of a comic book. CCS specializes in the correction or removal of these defects and repairs to improve a comic's appearance and desirability. I didn't know they undid
restored
color, touch, glue, and tape.
Yeah, it could be done, but gotta put it into perspective if it's worth it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a cheap process.
No, I know third party is not cheap, so I can't imagine it'd be cheap for them either.
And I was talking to John at Syndicate, owner John, about this. He said, yeah, it can be done, but literally 50% of the time it screws up the book.
Oh.
So you're rolling the dice on it.
Yeah.
You really are.
That's awesome, though. Congrats, Jason. That's a hell of a book.
Yes, absolutely. But if he's rewatching all our videos from the beginning, he might not get around to this one for a few months.
That's why we took a pause for 2 weeks, to let Jason catch up. Not because we were sick.
No. We were healthy. We're at the beach, man. We've been recording for a little bit here. I just want to try to wrap this up. And if you're listening to this on the podcast or anything, make sure you get to YouTube so you qualify for what I'm about to talk about. It's been a couple weeks since we had New Comic Book Day, and I still really don't even have new comic books because of my hopefully ending health issues. But I'm going to give away the X-Men 147 as this week's giveaway. And yes, like I said, it is only a 7.0. I apologize. However, it really does look good. Oh, this way. There we go.
What's going on in that issue? Do you remember?
No, it does say Doctor Doom appearance, arcade appearance, or Doctor Doom cover and appearance. Yeah, he is on the cover down there at the bottom.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So I believe this was the beginning of a fight with Doctor Doom. I'm not sure, but it's been a few weeks since we gave away anything. We've been on the air and kind of miss you guys. So let's make this one worldwide delivery.
Whew. Wow.
There we go. Except Guatemala. I'm sorry. I still, he's never received the first appearance of Madam Web, and I never received it back. So
I wonder where it is. It's just some
tracking,
just some locker.
Tracking ends at the Guatemalan border.
Yeah.
And USPS told me that as well. They do not guarantee anything, and even if you ship UPS or FedEx, it's a completely different system there. And good luck getting your packages. And that's terrible for anybody who buys something and they're hoping to get it.
Yeah.
And we got to start working on what we're going to do as a 1,500 giveaway. Yeah, exactly. What are we going to give away for 1,500 subscribers, provided that we make it? Aha. We've kind of stalled a little bit, and I don't think YouTube is really promoting our videos as much as they were a little while ago. So it's very important for you guys to click like to try to drive up the algorithm. Please, if you made it this far in the video, please just click on that little thumbs up button. It really helps YouTube know to show this as a preferential video for people to watch, and hopefully we'll get more subscribers. If you would like to win this book that I just showed, all you have to do is make sure you're a subscriber to the channel. Drop a comment down below, because we're going to use our random comment generator, and click like on the video. See, I told you it's going to come in handy. Okay. Again, this will be worldwide delivery. So anybody on the planet, whether you're in Australia, Brazil, whichever, make sure that you enter the contest for this. If you win, well, I'm going to ask you to just send us a comment on our Instagram page, which is Ohana Comics. Team Ohana Family at Instagram. It's been a while, man. Sorry. You can join us on our Patreon. It's Patreon, Team Ohana at Patreon.
Patreon.com/Team Ohana.
See, I was right in the right idea.
Yep.
Check us out on our podcasts. And I don't even know if we still have the shirts and stuff listed on eBay anymore, but we may have to revisit that.
Yeah. I think they're
figure
up.
out something.
I think they're up there, but we'll have to take
it gets to be a little bit of a pain in the neck, because every time somebody buys a shirt, it makes our bank account go negative. It's a long story, but we have until we
it
get
eventually
that,
it goes back up.
Yeah, until we get, when everything is said and done, we wind up with our 7-cent profit. So
Yeah. It keeps the lights on, you know?
Yeah, very, very dim light, but yeah. Guys, thank you for joining us. Don't forget, like, subscribe, click on those notifications, and don't forget to share with your friends. Hopefully, we'll see you in the next video, which I'm going to probably take a crack at editing myself. Good luck with that.
You're going to do great.
Yeah, which means it won't be monetized, because I can't. I got wind of copyright claims left and right. Guys, everybody, please stay healthier than we have been. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sticking with us. And until we see you in the next video, mahalo.